Hey, how's it going my super friends? I am Emo Acebo, thanks for watching the vid. These are DC's March 2018 solicitations, the upcoming comic books, storylines, creative teams, all of that good stuff, upcoming content. I'm going to be talking about the biggest changes, the unannounced, the creative changes, returning characters, all of the key things coming for DC in March of 2018. Really quick, if you're new to the channel, man, and you like DC, Marvel Comics, Star Wars, subscribe, friend. I do comic book reviews, I talk about the news, video games, TV shows, movies, everything revolving superheroes and Star Wars. Click on the little bell icon so you get notifications and you don't miss my videos. So let's start with this one, man. DC continues to roll out the new age of DC heroes in March, and they introduce previously announced characters like Boy Zarro, which is the Bizarro version of Superboy. The little Superboy, this is the Bizarro version and it's called Boy Zarro. We got the Immortal Man, and there are still surprises in the solicitations for March. There's also an absence of a milestone issue for DC's flagship title that I'm going to be talking about in a bit. First off is Tim Drake. Tim Drake, he just returned to the DCU in Detective Comics after being imprisoned for a year. But he's already on the outs with Batman, and it looks like the team's no longer united, with both Red Robin and Batwoman experiencing problems with Batman in a new March storyline titled Batman Eternal. And didn't James Tynion IV work on another story with that name? Switching to Supes, the recent revelation that Mr. Oz was Jor-El, or at least he claims to be. Jonathan Kent was able to meet his previously presumed dead grandfather from Krypton. He almost immediately warmed up to Jor-El, calling him Granddad after just having met him. In March's Action Comics number 999, John will meet his other grandfather, General Sam Lane. And as wrong as the meeting with Jor-El turned out to be, this one might be worse, and it makes you wonder, will young John Kent ever get to meet the grandpas he was named after? Really interesting story, this one coming up. I'm pretty excited about it. Family Problems is always really interesting to read in my opinion. Deathstroke number 29 not only concludes the storyline featuring China's new Superman and friends, but the copy for the solicitation talks about events of the entire series, coming full circle in this chapter. Now, this description sounds like a significant conclusion, and with Deathstroke writer Christopher Priest working on Justice League now, it feels like there's either a direction change, creative team switch, or other noteworthy move coming for Deathstroke. Really cool stuff. There are a couple noteworthy changes for creative teams in March on DC's ongoing comic books that were not previously announced by the publisher. On Aquaman number 34, Mirko Kolak is drawing interiors, and V. Ken Marion is on Green Lanterns with issue number 43. What's not there in March is there's only one issue of Action Comics, which is the one I just talked about, number 999, despite the fact that DC previously announced number 1000 would come out that month. And there's also no Doomsday Clock mentioned, but in that case DC previously said that March and August would be skip months. So for the month of March and the month of August, there's not gonna be any Doomsday Clock. But this missing Action Comics number 1000 is really confusing, man. I mean, what's going on? I haven't read anything about that. One of DC's best known time-traveling characters returns in Justice League of America number 27. Chronos. The last time readers saw Chronos was in Convergence, which I'm trying to forget. Ugh. And it looks like this version might bear more of a resemblance to the previous villain than the new 52 version of the character. His plan for the Rebirth era, it's go back in time and prevent superheroes from ever coming into existence. It should be interesting to see how far back in the time stream he has to go with all the changes post Rebirth. In Batwoman number 13, the storyline titled The Fall of the House of Kane begins. It appears to tie into what's coming in Detective Comics number 977. Tying into the past and affecting the dark future that readers have been warned about, this storyline forces Kate to overcome her haunted past while saving the future. In recent months, Aquaman has been driven from the throne, working to take back Atlantis from the usurper. But there's plenty about this new King Wrath that readers don't know, so March's Aquaman number 34 promises to reveal the character's secret origin. Hey, pretty cool. While the illumination of the character's history sounds really positive, this cover just doesn't look quite so promising, showing Aquaman's head on a trident. Damn, intense stuff. Barry Allen is powerless. The next few months of The Flash brings back fan favorite rogues, and by March, Barry Allen is in the midst of fighting against Gorilla Grodd. At some point in the battle, Barry loses his powers according to the copy for The Flash number 43, and he'll need to steal back his powers. That's fucking amazing. I am so pumped to read this one, especially with the cover. Look at this cover, man. Godspeed, Grodd. Shit. So cool. With Christopher Priest still only a few issues into his run on Justice League, the writer is bringing together his team and the characters from JLA in a story titled Justice Lost. The two teams, unsurprisingly, clash as they work to escape from a trap in the crippled Justice League Watchtower. And yes, that is Red Lion from Deathstroke in that cover at right, with Slade himself in the background. So cool. That's it, my friends. Those were the biggest changes, the biggest storylines coming in March of 2018 for DC. Tell me in the comments down below, what are you excited about? What do you want to read already? Tell me your thoughts, man. I am Memo Acebo. If you enjoyed, please click that like button. Share the video with some friends. Follow me on my social media, Twitter, Instagram. Check out my other videos on the channel. A lot of Star Wars content coming your way. I'm going to be making a comic book sales for November of 2017. What were the top comic books? What sold a lot? All of that good stuff. Thanks again. Subscribe to see more, and of course, I'll see you in the next one.